You're already on live. I was getting set up. He's asleep. Hey, y'all. We're about to get started in a minute. We was there for a minute, though. Y'all, my husband's here.
I had to get my license renewed.
How y'all doing? So that's YouTube.
Okay.
And this is Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll give them another minute or so to start coming in, and then we'll get to chatting. How are y'all today? Happy Friday. He just came from the B&B.
Right.
Y'all know how that is.
I just said people go to the B&B like it's a restaurant. They walk in. How long is the wait? Like, yeah, party of two, please.
Right. It's just going to be a wait. You don't know.
But they don't even mail you. They don't even print out your new license.
Oh, they mail it to you?
Yeah, they said in 2 weeks you'll get it. So you keep your old license, but you have to, if you get pulled over, you have to like show them the paper stuff. That's crazy about it.
Our stuff is changing.
How do you know who's all live on your YouTube? Like,
so it'll tell you the number. It sees like 10 people are watching. You see that number right there on the screen?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 10 people are watching. Okay. And then if they comment, you'll see it pop up over here.
Oh, okay.
And then you know how Instagram Live works.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all, we'll go ahead and get started.
Safari
Welcome to another live. I got my husband here. I asked him to join me because I'm not saying I've never claimed to be a professional photographer. We're not photographers. However, he is great at taking pictures on a smartphone. You know, there's some people that are just like bomb at taking pictures on an iPhone or a smartphone. And so when it comes to startup candle businesses or any business where product photography is involved, yeah, we can probably back up a little bit. So Instagram, because you kind of cut off, where product photography is necessary. So like for your website or for Instagram feeds, promoting your products and stuff like that, he's really good with staging and just kind of helping me learn what I need to look at in terms of how it looks on a picture. And then once I take it, how you can kind of edit it and make it look good. So that's why I invited him here. So today we're going to talk about just 5 quick tips on using your cell phone, your smartphone to take your product pictures. I understand when you're a startup business, your funds are limited. And I'm still not trying to really pay a photographer to take pictures of my candles when I can kind of use props and, you know, props from like Michael's and Joann's if you have that where you live, or just he's taught me, baby, just use what you have in our home to make it come alive on your website and on Instagram. And you can always put filters or use editing apps such as Snapfeed or the Lightroom app, or even he showed me some filters even just in the camera, the camera mode that you can use to kind of play around. So we're just gonna throw 5 quick tips at y'all on our Friday Live. YouTube has really grown to love my husband.
Appreciate y'all.
And so I said, well, why not just have him on here? All my YouTube family just has been eating him up.
I said I bring the energy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a candle maker. I'm not a candle pursuer, whatever the word is.
Connoisseur?
What is it called? You're a basketball player. You're a accountant. You're a candle
maker.
Okay. So
candle lover.
I don't know what it's called. So I just when I'm around, I said I'm gonna bring your audience. Just Anyway, go ahead.
I'll forever still in my shine. But anyway, okay. So
they know who Lady Simone is.
So tip number 1, use natural light. You see where we're sitting here. We're right in front of our window. If I was to open this up, I mean, this light, it's just light, natural light. We're also right here by our front door. right behind him. And so he has taught me, like, babe, just use natural light. Use the light that we have here. So find a good spot in your home. Find a good spot in your home. Find a good window. Use your front door. And do like a quick little setup. If you watched my Instagram story the other day, you saw me setting up TV stands, y'all. Just TV stands, food trays. And I was setting up my backgrounds and right in front of our door, literally. So I can kind of get that natural light to hit on there. And using natural light is beneficial in 2 ways so far that I'm learning. It helps you in terms of editing because it gives you more room to edit. You're not dealing with a lot of harsh light or sharp lighting on certain areas of your candle because, we're dealing with labels and we're dealing with lids. And so sometimes the sharpness of an actual light can kind of, throw you off when it comes to editing. So I've learned just using the natural light. It helps when it comes to editing. You can kind of play around with contrasting shadows and actually kind of take advantage of the shadows that has formed with just the natural light happening. So shadows are, and that's the second thing. Shadows aren't a negative. It's just how you can kind of play around and edit it when you're looking at it. Can you have him do a YouTube demo?
What's a YouTube demo, Miss Jack?
In terms of like product photography. So next Friday, I am posting a video on how I take and edit my product pictures, and you'll see him actually helping me take pictures. But we'll be doing a demo in just a second. He'll be showing you a few things here in just a second.
Yeah, be patient, Miss Jacqueline. I got you. Yes, ma'am.
But next Friday, my video is going to be how I take my pictures, how I set up my backgrounds, and how I edit and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And those were all tips that I've learned from him and I just bouncing off ideas. So tip number 2 that I have is getting a little mini tripod like this. I got this off Amazon. I think it was less than $20. I think it was like 12 or 15 bucks. And the reason why I say that is because these legs kind of shift and move, and it helps when you're working with different levels. So if I need to take a picture up here, or if I need to get on the floor, or, put it on my TV tray, it helps with keeping it still and it frees your hands. Mm-hmm. And I say that because that way you can focus on moving your props. You can prop up your iPhone on here or your Android phone right here. It stays. You can adjust the legs to make it fit the angle that you want or the height that you need. And then that way your hands are free and you can maneuver your props up, forward, backward. You can look in the camera and you're not trying to hold the camera and move your props at the same time. Your phone is still.
And for those who are skeptical on from what I've noticed, it saves you doing this for those who can't
shaking, trying to move your prop around.
Oh, I can't focus the camera.
Yeah. He's taught me, and yesterday he was helping me with that. He had it here on the tripod, and he was able to just look in the camera. Mm-hmm. All right, babe, can you move it a little bit to the left? Okay, move it. So it frees your hands to work with your props.
And then, the point of the tripod is just take your focus off. This is your second eye. Yeah. So, you ever take a picture with your phone and somebody's like, move in just a little bit, and you got to keep retaking stuff. When you have a tripod, you can just adjust the tripod as you go. And the photo is still the same. Oh my God, now the picture's too high. Now it's too low.
Yeah.
This eliminates that.
Right.
Not that particular one, but any tripod. For those married people out there that have your tripods.
Stop.
Y'all have tripods.
It's not that type of
You can use any tripod. I'm just saying.
It's not that type of channel.
Everybody's not going to go to Amazon and get it. Some people got tripods. Come on, y'all. Y'all quarantine. Y'all didn't increase inventory.
Even on my phone, it's actually right here. I actually have an actual extended tripod. I have a second tripod that I use when I'm working with different levels, like here on our a credenza. So it's like when I have it up here, I can adjust.
They ain't nothing but white poster board. But cadet, what? I'm sorry.
It is a
Y'all know me. I'm just.
It's furniture. Okay. So now we're gonna get into
Tip number 4.
Oh, tip number 3. Remember, I had 3. You had 2.
I only have 1. Oh, go ahead. Natural lighting and.
You had 2 of them.
All right, go
So
ahead.
get your 2.
Go ahead.
And then, so the third tip that I have was, so like your backgrounds. Mm-hmm. So for example, he was teaching me like, babe, you don't always have to use, like I just bought some replica services that I've been like bragging about. I love them. They're bomb. Mm-hmm. And so I love them for like my website photography. But when you're thinking about doing photography for, you know, like Instagram posts in your feed, you know, showing off your wick trimmers or showing off a candle being lit. You know how we candle makers do. You'll look at people's feeds and there's different candle shots. Mm-hmm. Take advantage of different backgrounds in your house. So, for example,
shout out Matt, Nashville. I see you.
So, for example,
Nashville, Tennessee.
This right here. This could be a background. So I have my credenza up here, and then I can literally put one of my candles right in front of it and zoom in. And this brick on this base is a background.
Ideally,
so for example, like that. But with your phone shot, it's like here, and I'm getting the brick. So another background idea: use your curtains. Your curtains back here. So I had these curtains back here. I did a couple candle shots with just the pattern of my curtains. And so it gave a different texture. So it's more like that linen background texture. So take advantage of different textures. If you have hardwood floors, use a hardwood floor as your background. You can use, if you have a nice kitchen backsplash, use the kitchen backsplash. And, you know, so change up and don't think so hard about you have to have the same background for every single picture. Take advantage because candles, we promote it as like home decor, right? It's like an asset to your home decor. It's an asset to your self-care routine. So candles can be all over the house. So show your customers where you can have your candles in different areas of their home.
Right.
All right. So you got some tips.
I'm gonna think of my last one. But my thing was for those, like I said, I'm not a candle entrepreneur. That's a different, whatever it was called. But it's like, I just know for people that are starting out, and what I mean starting out will be.
Yes, Cody.
Shelby, you okay? You said you can't hear. Can everybody hear us? I don't know if you can do a thumbs up. I don't know. Shelby, you might have your speaker off. Anyway, what I was going to say.
Question. Yes, this will be on my lives on YouTube. You can go to my live playlist and rewatch this replay. Okay. Yeah.
Cody Lightning. I like that. So what I was going to say was, when I told her, don't get caught up. When you're starting a new business or new venture, you immediately look at the people having success. So it's like you want to do what they're doing.
Right.
And like literally yesterday, she was over here by the front door, which we'll get up, I think, and I'll show you. Like she was trying to get everything right. And then you have to remember, they're just pictures. This is not like some portfolio you're building. For those building websites, even Instagram, there's so much direct to consumer. Yeah. You don't really need to hire. For those who don't have the finances to hire professional photographers, that's what I said. She took probably 30 pictures yesterday. I took 2 within like a minute. I'm serious. I put one next to her little lilies, whatever them flowers. Calla lilies. And I just angled it a certain way. Yeah. For those who have iPhone, portrait mode. Yeah. Now, portrait mode just isn't straight up. You can actually put the object here or candle here and have the camera this way. Then I put one, I'll show y'all, I put one right here in front of the fireplace, and I'm 6'3". So I got down and Lily just took the photo from the floor. And she's like, how'd you do that? You just created yourself. Yeah. Now, I'm from the social media age where everybody's looking and everybody's judging the picture on how it looks. Is he smiling? Is he not? So it's like before filters, you had to get the angle right. So it's like, don't get caught up on, I have to have this proper background. I need to go rent something. If you don't find a nice space in your house, if that's the kitchen window, if that's the bathroom, for those who have the windows in the bathroom, sit something on the windowsill of the bathroom between the hours of like 10 and 12 when the sun is like right there. And just play with it. Android users, you guys' camera, To be honest, sorry iPhone, the camera on Androids don't sleep because there's like so much good quality.
We used to have an Android. We
Yeah,
switched to
I
iPhone,
was a Note.
so
I was a Note user, so it's like
I love the Android camera actually.
right. So it's like if I could pick a camera, I'll go Android all day.
Yeah.
iPhone just has popularity with filters and photo apps. Oh, download Photo Lab. Yeah. Take this photo and enhance it. But what I would also say is be careful when you're filtering whatever you're doing. If there's strictly candles, everybody's here on. Be careful how much you filter because when you edit, if the filter might dilute the picture a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you ever take a photo on like Instagram and put it on Facebook or share it and it looks a little different? Facebook's social photo platform might be different than Instagram.
Yeah.
So be careful
that's
with.
Why I say use natural light.
And for those, you know, the women that use too many filters, that just becomes all they do. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you look at somebody's profile. All they do is use filters. Be careful because filters, you can get filter happy. You want to keep it professional. Like these were for her website.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't use a lot of filters. I just, you know, iPhone has portrait mode, studio light, natural light.
Yeah.
Play with those and just position your camera different. That's pretty much it. Take one shot here and then one shot here and then do like a good 5 and then pick your top 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. My last one.
It was props.
Oh, props. That was, she kind of mentioned it.
Kind of. Well, I was more talking about like backgrounds.
Right. Okay. So for those who don't have IKEA and all that Target money, take a nice pillow like this. This is on our couch. This is my son's drool is probably on it. But like you could just position something that way. Find something that is random in your house. I've sat for the men. She has like a men fragrance. It's only a couple of them. You know, men, we don't get a lot of options. But I put one of the men candles next to the lamp and just positioned it. And
he also did yesterday, he put my men's candle literally in front of the fireplace.
Right.
So it looked very rustic, almost like man cave-ish.
Yeah.
It gave a real man cave sexy vibe, even though it's a man candle, because I tried to tell them, you know, there's a lot of men that love candles, a lot of them, and they like them in their man cave.
Because
and so he put it in front of the fireplace, and y'all, it took my picture to like a whole nother level. And I was like, yo, babe, that's dope.
Because as men, when we shop for stuff online, if I saw this candle next to like a bed of flowers, I'm not buying that. What is that? Is that a unisex candle? So it's like I put it next to a fireplace, I'm not gonna put it next to a basketball or nothing, but men follow masculinity trends.
Get that bowl.
Okay.
Got one more prop.
There's a prop she's going to use, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you are taking pictures of something, don't get caught up with the top people being able to rent out studios and rent out props. When you got plenty of stuff at home, if you don't doctor up a bath towel, the good towels that don't nobody wipe their hands on, everybody has those. Those towels are for decoration. Exactly. Put your product next to that. So this is
used one of these bowls. Y'all know these bowls where you have those little potpourri type.
This was a gift from my mother-in-law when she decorated the house. All I literally did was drop the candle in the bowl. I'm not gonna mess up the iPad.
Trying to see it. Hold on, I'll do one at a time so they can see.
We don't let Instagram see first. I literally did it just like this. I put it right in the bowl. I'll stand up a little bit. I put it right in the bowl.
You bring up YouTube a bit.
And laid it down. Now with the camera, you can just see it like that. Zoom in. Like keep it right there. Put the camera here.
Sorry, y'all.
Put like the camera here or like below. So many ways you can do it. It's easy.
Also, we were using a lot of what we have on top of our credenza.
Mm-hmm.
So like these, can Instagram see me?
No. Instagram, can I hold on YouTube? We're doing two things at once.
So we have some, you know how you have like these height accessories for like your tables and stuff like that. You're kind of in the way of me too.
Sorry.
So these over here, utilize these as your backgrounds or as props, and just zoom in into the candle a little bit, and it will kind of make this a little blurry. So it will give it a very nice textured effect in your pictures.
Oh, one point I was going to make. She mentioned, and this is for when you get comfortable with taking pictures, and just take it with a grain of salt. It might help one or two people. Be careful of the purpose of the focus button on an iPhone, Android. It don't matter. When you're taking a picture, focus is mainly used, like we think of it, when you're taking a group picture, oh, somebody's face is in the sun, let me focus on them so their face is clear. When you're taking a picture of a candle of any product, the focus button in that sense is only used to kind of buffer where you don't like where it looks. So right now, if y'all looking at me and I took a picture, you wouldn't focus on me. Let's say I wanted to focus this picture behind me. I would touch that and it would make the picture illuminate more and give my shoulder and everything like a little blur.
Yep.
So like if where the camera at? Right there.
Let's
just say the picture is this close. This is your product. I'm the candle hand. I would put the focus button if I'm holding the phone on my face where the candle will illuminate the focus, but you can still see my face, if that makes sense. So play around with it a little bit. When you're taking a picture kind of far away, tap the focus button on different parts of your screen. I guarantee you will see a difference. Because I'll be wondering, like, how does everybody get that, like, that blurry, blur effect, but the sunflower is like so illuminated and defined.
It's real dope.
But use the focus button to your advantage. So thank you. S gives focal depth. Thank you.
Yes,
right.
Focal depth. Thank you, girl.
Thank you. Professional word. I need that. I don't have a college degree. Sorry. So it's like just use those two things. So be careful. Use home props. Explore with little stuff. You can take, for those who make, this is just a little tip, for those who make small candles, like little, put them in front of your kids' little shapes on the white chalkboard. Could help. I mean, you're messing with label colors, but just do all type of stuff.
Yep. So next week I will be posting a YouTube video on how I take my pictures, show you like my setup, how I do my whole thing. Very simple setup. Like you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on a bunch of equipment when you're just starting out. Like I'm still using everything I have at home and I just have a bunch of props. I also used some linen, like some curtain linens that I had and just made it like a nice, kind of messed up the linen a little bit and laid the candle right in the center. And almost looked like the candle was laying in a bed or a nice comforter. Like it looked really cool. So just use what you have in your house, but I'll be posting kind of like vlog style YouTube video on how I take and edit my pictures, and then also just kind of show you some behind the scenes on how him and I was setting up, how he was showing me different setups, and you'll see me do the different setups and the different shots. So he was in the background, like kind of telling me what to do, but you'll see me in the YouTube video doing it. And then I'll be offering some more camera smartphone tips in the video as well. So stay tuned for next Friday.
Lastly, for those who have porches, I'm not saying porch furniture and that. Those who just have a porch, whether it's a step, whether it's a deck, all type of stuff. Deck too. It looks at, see how the sun is creeping in? This is a perfect shot for a candle.
Candle right here.
Our house has like a huge window, so sorry if it's a glare.
It's gorgeous right here.
Play with your porch. We live in a community, so like our front porch faces like a busy street, but it does have like a little, I don't want to call it a gate or whatever.
It does. Like
SS can give me a good big word, but it's like a little artificial fence. I set a candle there, and then I just put the focal point on the bush. Get creative with your porch stuff.
Greenery. And that's probably another tip in terms of props and the tips that he was talking about. Greenery will be your best friend.
See, look at this.
Get some nice like fake greenery at Michael's or Joann's. Greenery complements any label color, any lid color. It's greenery. It's natural. And so I used calla lilies in my pictures yesterday, but it had like a nice green stem. The stem was tied with like a nice rustic twine. So it gave it a real rustic, natural look, and it complemented the men's candle very well because the men's candle was very rustic against the fireplace and the wood a little bit, like the logs. And it really gave it a nice, like a cigar man cave vibe. Like it was dope. So you want all your pictures to have some type of running theme along it, but you don't have to be so anal about every single picture on Instagram have to have that same background. For your website, you want to be a little bit more uniform, but for Instagram, you can definitely use your home and even for your website, just have more of a theme with your website because it helps it with the customer's perspective. You don't want it to look too cluttered and busy, but pick a theme for your website. If it's florals, pick a nice floral for your prop. or greenery or a nice background or whatever. Let that be uniform for your website. But for Instagram, get creative and get customers excited about where they can use their candles in the home.
And for those who are already selling candles and don't, once you franchise and you then got some success, then you can kind of have a normal pace. Right now, it keeps your customer flow excited. Yeah. You ever notice when think of somewhere you shop a lot. They always say, "Oh, 4th of July sale," and they'll have like patriotic colors. Or, like, "Oh, we're just having it's summer, it's hot, whatever." So lay down that tree that's in the corner just to make your living room look nice.
Yep, I'm telling you.
If you don't want to go to Michael's and don't have that stuff, all those plants that you got just to decorate your house, pull them off the canopies and shelves, blow the dust off.
Right.
Dust that off. Those plastic grapes that's in the kitchen. Use the. I'm serious.
The little.
I'm not going to Michael's to buy decorative stuff. I'm not. I'm cheap.
I'm talking about if you don't have any.
Right. I'm saying use all that stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah. Shop in your home. Okay. So those are our tips for today. Again, stay tuned for my video next week. And then today, y'all, I just posted a video posted earlier on how I make my wax melts using the grams formula that I use for my candle formula. So check that out on YouTube today.
Miss Tanya
go to IKEA and use their setup.
Right.
Listen, beautiful_blessed19. She said go to IKEA and set up real quick. And
see, everybody don't have IKEA money.
I love that idea though.
Just playing. Miss Tanya has a godson that's a professional photographer, so she's
so you good. Set. You're blessed. You're blessed, honey.
Earth Angel. I love these names.
I know.
Naturally Mellow. I want to launch a channel.
It's my LadyC family.
Okay.
It's my people. These are my people.
See, look, you have record viewers because I'm here. 24. Kobe Bryant.
Really?
Appreciate y'all.
Really?
The late Kobe Bryant.
All right, we're signing off.
No, wait a minute. We're still talking.
No,
we got 2 minutes. Look at that. I love these names. 24 off. Kobe Bryant viewers. I like that.
Yes. This will be available. You can go to my YouTube channel and click under my LadyC Lives playlist, and all this will be here. Yes.
Thank y'all for inviting me to the Lady Simone whatever. What's y'all fan? Beyonce is the Beehive. What's the Lady Simone speak? Y'all don't have a name yet. I'm just LadyC fan. I don't do it like that. I'm just teasing y'all. I'm just playing.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate
we'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all for tuning in.